Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Hello there, Grant Adlam reporting to you live from the KZN Top Business Studios and Business Sense Studios in Durban. Today we're going to be covering a very important subject, and it's about the KPMG Private Enterprise Family Conference that is going to be happening in Pretoria this year. Last year we ran it here in Durban and it was hugely successful. It was a sellout. We put it online as we're doing this year and it was sold out in absolutely no time. So what we thought we'd do is just have a chat to a couple of the people who attended the conference, just so you can get a little bit of an insight into why you should be attending this in Pretoria. So I'm going to cross now live to Angela, who has Gary and Jasmina from Royal Ties in her Zoom room. Angela, take over.
Let me start by saying we are sitting today with Jasmina and Gary from Royal Tires in Durban. Jasmina was one of our speakers last year at the KPMG Family Business Conference in Durban. So thanks, guys, for joining us. And we are very, very excited to hear your feedback today. So can I ask you, and Jasmina first, maybe ladies first, hey, Gary, why did you attend the Durban Family Business Conference last year?
It was very much in line with our strategic plan that we were working on anyway. So it kind of so that was one of the reasons why we attended. Looking at what the agenda was, it was very much what we were discussing as a leadership team, as a family-run business. So it kind of ticked all the boxes for us.
Gary, from a financial point of view, what do you think was your motivation to attend the conference?
We were currently in the process, as Jasmina mentioned, of doing the strategic plan as well as transition. So Jasmina's dad is currently exiting the business, so he is almost retired. He still is in the business, but we were trying to define that transition and the way forward. So the insights gained from that perspective, we are looking at that point to get as much feedback as we possibly can and information, so that we can make the transition clear and without too many future pitfalls. So that's one of the reasons why we attended.
There were quite a few takeaways, attending the conference, things like governance, trust, legacy, structure, all of those things was spoken about and was explained and resonated a lot with us, because like Gary said, we were at the right point to kind of receive all the information that was being given at the conference.
I think for me, it was the distinction between being a family business and a business family. I think that was interesting, and we don't just want to corporatize because we're on that journey. We want to professionalize. So we want to keep the ethos and culture of a family business, but still do it in a professional way. I think that was very insightful and almost changed my perspective of what we saw the future to be like.
Okay, that's interesting. And also because, Gary, you are not part of the family, but so it's interesting for you to see from a different angle, right? From a financial and a business angle, not a family angle, the differences of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Gary, what was a highlight for you from the family business conference?
I think Warren Sachs was excellent in his presentation. Because he's based in Pinetown and there were a lot of similarities between their business and ours. We even met him subsequent to the conference because we were very enlightened by his presentation. I think it gave us a lot of insight into the possible pitfalls He spoke about things like remuneration committee, dividends policies, things that we didn't consider before this. So I thought that was very insightful from a finance perspective.
Okay. Jasmina, what was your highlight?
Definitely, Warren. I mean, he really was so insightful. And it was like you were drawn to every word that he was saying because it made so much of sense. Having gone through that and listening to where the business started to where it is right now and how they've structured it and how they've sort of aligned the family aspect of it and the business aspect of it, and then valuing key employees as well. That was also quite refreshing to hear, and how they've put together their different teams. That was really refreshing to hear.
Collaboration and knowledge sharing, that was very useful to you.
Normalize all the challenges that you go through. You think that it's just you, it's just your, the company, that your family run business. You think that it's only those challenges are only isolated to you, but it's not. Listening to everybody else talk about what their challenges were. Gary mentioned remuneration and also the structure of it, and you're trying to get to figure out the different skills of the family members and where they sit and what they bring, and try to really break it down and make it work in the business. So it was really very insightful, definitely, to hear not only your challenges that you're facing, but then they were kind of echoing the same thing, which kind of normalized what you face, as a family-run business. Is everybody goes through it. Okay, yes, they are, every family business is dynamic in terms of family members and all of that, but the challenges are still the same. The hurdles you face are still the same.
I think Jasmina said it all.
Yeah. Well, it's good. Isn't it good to know that, everybody's kind of in the same boat and you're not out there alone.
Absolutely.
Doing everything that you thought was wrong is not wrong. It's actually the same challenges that everybody has, right?
I think be very open-minded to go for these things. It is it's very thought-provoking, which is so important. I mean, you're out of your environment, you go into this conference not knowing what to expect. You think you're going to be awkward, but you're not really awkward because you have people in that room that are going through the same thing. It's just communicating that. Just be vocal about it. Just be a little bit more free and more feel comfortable to talk about it. I think that's very important because at the end of the day, like you said, we're all human. And we are really facing similar challenges. And the only way to go through those challenges, if you talk about it, and you definitely find a solution.
I think conferences such as these provide a unique perspective. I think perspective is everything, especially in a family business. And most family businesses, in theory, could be very introverted. They're not exposed to information out there. I think exposing yourself to this type of information allows you to sort of pivot into the future, avoiding pitfalls, making good decisions. It's the high-level corporates that generally have excellent consultants that are at their disposal that give them very clear strategic advice to go forward. However, you find sometimes family businesses lack this type of advice. Being exposed to this kind of conference gives you at least insight into what's out there, what's available, what can be done and what should be done, which provides a very clear perspective for a family business planning to grow, transition, expand. It's almost impossible, I think, to successfully expand and grow and pivot into the future without this kind of input, in my opinion.
Gives you, I would also like to add to that, it gives you good direction.
Yeah.
It gives you, it eliminates the doubt. It eliminates that, are we doing the right thing? Should we be doing it in this particular way? It eliminates all of that. It spearheads a lot of thinking, a lot of strategic thinking. And the way the conference was structured, it like it covers everything that you would talk about in a family-run business. So, it's just opens up your mind and your way of thinking, and then you bring back all of that information to the rest of the team.
Okay.
So that's quite important as well, to bring it back and to start introducing what you think is relevant and then what would work in your team.
Yeah. So it gives you different perspectives.
I think you guys did very well.
Yeah.
A lot of the subjects that are very critical in our world. I thought the case study and the real life presentation makes such a big difference because we can identify.
Okay, thank you for that. Yeah, definitely. We're really looking forward to the next one. So I'm happy that you guys think we've got a winning formula, right? It was helpful on all different levels. That's good feedback. Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Excellent. Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot. Thanks for dialing in.
Thank you, Angela, Gary, Jasmina. Absolutely 100% correct. We have a winning formula. This year's KPMG Private Enterprise Family Business Conference will take place in Pretoria on the 10th and 11th of September at the Southern Suns in Arcadia. So go online to www.kzntopbusiness.com and book, because the room will be full and it fills up quicker than you think it does. So don't miss out. Get on now. Take advantage of the early bird discount that we have available, and we'll see you in Pretoria. This is Grant Adlam signing off from Business Sense down in Durban by the sea.
Audio Jungle.